we do this again?
We don't really have a way to do it, I don't think.
Okay. So welcome to the Collectania of Everything. I'm your host, Hamish Skelton, and
I am your other host, Jasher Drake.
No, you're the guest.
Sorry.
I'm the host this week, and you're the guest. That's how it works, right?
Yes. Hello, I'm Jasher. You might know me. You might not.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm not well known.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on the show. Anyway.
What were we talking about this episode?
Well, this is a week since we last did it, I think, which is pretty good for us. And I don't know, what have you been up to in the last week?
This past week?
Yeah.
Not much, to be honest. No, I've been trying to get back into drawing this week, but then the only notable thing, really, other than that, is, well, we went to, what's the place is called? I'm always forgetting it.
I'm just going to wait for you to get it.
Okay. No, it's not coming to me. It starts with an M.
Matakana. Yeah, so
there we go.
We thought we were going to, I guess we said last time.
Wellsford? Is it in Wellsford? Near Wellsford?
No, it's near Warkworth. Yeah, Matakana.
I forget which way around those two go. So they're right near each
one's
other.
One's closer to Auckland, one's closer to halfway to Whangarei.
Yeah.
We said last episode, we didn't roll dice, and we said, hey, we're going to try watch a movie together and talk about that. And we ended up going to see a screening of the 4K restoration of Flash Gordon at a small cinema in Matakana. And what was also cool about it was the showing was hosted by Rhys Darby, which is a kind of a celebrity here from New Zealand, you know, from Flight of the Conchords, a lot of other things. And we talked about him on one of our last podcasts about meeting celebrities. I've met him before.
And I was really jealous about it.
And Hamish was kind of jealous. And we ended up seeing a movie together and meeting Rhys Darby, which was pretty cool.
Well, sort of Rhys Darby. We can't, sort of meeting Rhys Darby. We more saw him, not really met him.
Yeah, well, we had a few interactions. I mean, we got to the cinemas, excited to see Flash Gordon. I hadn't seen it for years.
Same.
Yeah, so we're both like, excited to watch this movie again. And then Rhys Darby comes in, he's all dressed up with his family, introduces the movie, tells some jokes, we watch it. He afterwards tells some more jokes, says some trivia, gives away some prizes, and then he kind of just left.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, we're going to try to get a photo with him beforehand. And
this was before we got there. We were thinking that this was going to be, I thought, anyway, it was going to be packed. I thought it was going to be a fairly biggish deal. I was worried that the tickets were going to sell out before we bought them. And he got there, and there was like, would you say there's over a dozen people, I'd say.
20?
Maybe. 20, maybe.
And they were all like quite old as well. Like,
well, I don't know. I didn't have a look at everyone. There were some young people there. It's
like everyone came just for Flash Gordon, which is good. Like,
I feel like a lot of them probably lived around
Matakana.
Yeah,
there's only 20 people in Matakana, right? So.
But yeah, I was quite surprised, and I thought it was going to be a bigger deal, and I thought there would be like a whole thing of like, you know, people lining up to get autographs or pictures or something. I don't know why, but to be honest, like, I don't know, because we both know him, like, know a lot of his work, and we're both fans. And I guess my family is also like, so I don't know. I just assumed that everyone who's a Kiwi knew who he was.
Rhys Darby, yeah.
But since going to that, anytime I'm like, oh, I went to Matakana on the weekend, always forgetting the name and butchering it, but it's like, I went to Matakana on the weekend and watched Flash Gordon hosted by Rhys Darby in the Matakana cinemas, and everyone's just like, I didn't understand. Like, multiple times, people have been like, I don't understand any of what you just said.
Like, don't even pick up on Rhys Darby. Who was this?
They don't know. They don't know what Flash Gordon was. They don't know. A lot of them didn't know where Matakana was.
Yeah,
well, I didn't know where it was.
I believe that. Yeah,
until we went there. But yeah, it's just like I have to explain to them who Rhys Darby is and what Flash Gordon is, and it's just...
My family were kind of jealous. They were like, that's awesome.
I haven't actually told... I don't think I've told anyone in my family yet.
Yeah, that's it.
My side. I've told people on my wife's side.
I guess
and
it's
people
like...
at work.
I guess it's quite like niche. The fact that, yeah, it's Rhys Darby, famous New Zealand comedian. Both of us like. But then it's also this 80s sci-fi film that's known for being quite bad.
Yeah.
That a lot of people probably haven't heard of. Meshed together in a place quite far away from Whangarei. It's kind of a niche thing that we were both like, yeah, this could be cool.
Yeah. But I don't know. I thought there'd be... I don't know.
I thought there'd be more people too. And I thought there'd be the opportunity to like talk to them, or like I said, we're going to get a photo, share it on our podcast share it on our
you were saying you were going
social
to ask
medias.
him to come.
I was like, going to ask him to guest star on Colic Tania
I
of
did
everything.
not want you to do that.
That would have been the best.
Would have been so embarrassing.
But no, we didn't get the chance. He kind of just left.
Yeah.
And then we left afterwards, and we went to the bathroom. And I was going into the bathroom. He was coming out, and I was like, "Thanks for that, Rhys." And he was like, "Nah."
So that was you,
something like that.
Kind of.
So I spoke to him. He replied.
Yeah, I was like awkward the entire time throughout the whole cinemas. I don't know why. I knew I was a fan of Rhys Darby's, but I didn't know I was going to be like really like super like frozen and awkward.
Were you really like?
Yeah, I didn't like. As soon as I realized how small it was, how few people there were, and we decided to sit right up the front for some reason. And
that was your idea.
He was like standing right there, and while he was doing all that, and I was just like, "This is how. What am I supposed to like? Am I supposed to be smiling or cheering or what?"
He passed a prize to the people behind us over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His cape touched my knee.
There you go. Brush with greatness.
Yep. Sounds really weird. But anyway, I was trying to be as normal as possible.
Yeah.
Because I realized that, I guess what I realized quite quickly was this wasn't like a gathering for fans.
No.
Well, it kind of was, but it wasn't like you show up and get his autograph. It wasn't really, it kind of felt like it wasn't really meant to be about Rhys Darby hosting it. It was more that Rhys Darby wanted to watch it and he was hosting it, and anyone who else wanted to watch it could come and watch it as well.
It sounded like he just wanted to watch a whole lot of alt movies, introduce his family and his kids to it, and he was like, hey, if anyone's up for this, let's just have a movie night every month.
Well, it's called the Rhys Darby Movie Club.
Yeah, and it was pretty cool. I like the idea.
And I sort of realized that we're meant to just be normal, and I can't ask him for an autograph or anything like that. It just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
And so I guess because of that, I didn't, but then at the same time, I was like, I can't just act super normal. I don't know, I didn't know how to act, basically.
Yeah.
And then when we did walk past him going to the toilet, which was kind of cramped hallway, and he was, well, we didn't walk, actually, I got to correct this. We didn't walk past him as he was going to the toilet. We were walking past him to go to the toilets. I've mucked that up before explaining it to someone.
Because we were heading in, he was like,
I thought I was
walking
past him while he was trying to use the toilet. But no.
That would have been a whole other level of awkwardness.
Yeah, it was the cinema toilets. We were just going because we had a long trip, and don't have to explain that. Anyway, we were going to the toilets, and I think he was just waiting for his son.
Yeah.
And so he was just standing there, and there was heaps of people going, and they were like, some people were saying things to him as they were passing by or whatever,
Yeah.
And you thought of something to say, and then I was close behind, I guess, going in, and he looked at me, and I remember, I don't know, I just remember being like, okay, if I just stick close to you and go by, he probably won't notice, and it'll just, sort of feel like whatever you're saying is sort of like shared between us, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It was late at night, and I was tired, and I didn't know what to say, and I was panicking. So basically, I was just like, I will walk past, and I'll smile, I guess, as I walk past. I thought that would be good. But I quickly realized I did the most awkward smile, and I think I did like a slight head nod, sort of like a sup, sort of
noticing
head flick. Yeah, like and I very quickly I just did not look at him anymore and walked back. I didn't stop. I was walking, and I don't know.
Fanboy moment.
Yeah, fanboy moment. Now I can add that to the list.
This is the only we did the other podcast, and all the others were people that celebrities or people famous that you knew through family meeting them. But this is the first person that you met. Well, when I say met, I mean you touched his cloak and smiled at him awkwardly in the bathroom.
That makes it sound... Don't add all those things together. He touched his cloak and awkwardly smiled at him.
I didn't think that one through.
My goodness, this cough.
You still got
promise this is not COVID.
I'm getting it too. I just choked on my tea.
I've been tested. I don't know what it is. It's I think it's the cold air. This is evening for us.
It is.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
Got another apology to copy and paste throughout the episode. Cool.
So I don't have to say it anymore.
They were cool bathrooms, though. I will say that. Like neon red lights.
Eyes. They're like, yeah. They didn't have any other lighting. It was just neon red lights in this bathroom. I don't know why.
The sinks were real strange.
The sinks were great.
Oh, good.
It's always nice to have automatic taps.
It was like going down. It was real weird. They were all like connected, all the sinks.
Yeah, well, so it was like, it was just the taps on a bench. There was no sink. But the bench was, it was like a big long metal bench, and it was tilted slightly towards the wall where there was like a little gutter sink sort of thing that all the water ran into.
It was cool.
So it was kind of fancy, but it was like, I don't know.
We should just do a bathroom review podcast.
Yeah, the cinemas were really cool as well.
It was cool cinemas. They were real cool.
Yeah.
I'll chuck it up on our Instagram or something, but it looked awesome.
Yeah. By the way, Rhys Darby was wearing a costume. That's why he had a cape.
Yeah, he was dressing up as a prince.
It's not like
from the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't just walk around in a cape.
I don't think.
I don't know, maybe I haven't seen it outside. He wasn't wearing around in Armageddon. There we go.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It does. I mean, he lives in Matakana. He just does a movie night for anyone that wants to watch cool old classics. And it sounds like he's doing it monthly.
Yeah. I'd love to go to another one. I kind of want to go again.
We'll see what happens.
It's a bit difficult because it is. I was
Friday night. We got back at like 1 or near 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you had work the next day.
Yeah. So
I didn't. I slept until 12. Slept until midday. It's good. But it was fun.
It was worth it. Yeah.
We should talk about Flash Gordon because I actually really loved it.
Yeah.
It's Flash Gordon. It's old. I think it's 1980. It's an old sci-fi based on comics about this guy goes to another world and has to defeat a big evil emperor who's trying to take over a few planets. And the whole soundtrack for the movie is done by Queen, which is pretty awesome. Got some real songs. Real good songs. If anyone, you probably know the song Flash by Queen. It's the theme song to this movie.
You might know the song.
It's well-known song. I think about a Queen record, and it's on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Queen fans, you should watch Flash Gordon if you haven't. It's good. But it's real. Yeah, I hadn't seen it since school. When I was in school, I loved it. I dressed up as Flash for one of the Armageddons I went to. And you watched it around the same time, or you?
I think I watched it earlier than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I watched it, I didn't get it. It was just on TV. I was at my uncle's. Yeah. And my family just were around there. I don't know how old I was. I was probably like 12, 13 maybe. And I didn't know what it was. I think my parents knew what it was, and that's why we were watching it.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and I wasn't that impressed. I just thought this was the most... I think I found it funny. Yeah. But I also was like, this is just funny because of it's old and bad. But I didn't really get the fact that it was sort of done on purpose, I think, and that's why I didn't really appreciate it as much. Back then, I was more like, I didn't want to watch it again. It was just like, it's just old and bad, and it's mildly amusing because of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, watching it again, knowing like full well going into it, like, yep, this is camp, this is, this is done on purpose. I definitely was able to enjoy it a lot more the second time. But
what would you say the plot was?
The plot?
Yeah, I guess we shouldn't say any spoilers, but we've got to give
the summary of the
events.
Well, I don't know how you would put it. There's
an evil...
The world's at risk of being torn apart, I guess, like destroyed. Natural disasters, and it's all caused by this evil emperor.
Called Ming.
Yeah. And a mad scientist realizes this and decides he's going to take off in his personally made rocket ship. And he kind of kidnaps 2 other people because he needs more than one person to pilot the ship.
By keeping their foot on a red pedal the
Yeah.
whole time.
I don't know why.
Why couldn't he just do that?
That's the sort of thing I think. I don't know why I didn't get that as a kid when I was watching it. That this is obviously,
Over the top. It's just...
done on purpose. So
Yeah.
anyway, so abducts these two people. One of them's called Flash Gordon.
And he's a world-renowned rugby player, football player.
Football player. It's
Yep.
American football.
He keeps introducing himself saying, I'm Flash Gordon. And he's got a shirt that literally says Flash on it.
Yeah.
And he introduces himself multiple times.
Yeah.
And the other person was a weather reporter?
Was she?
Journalist?
No, she was a travel
agent.
Wasn't she?
Yeah, she was a travel agent.
Yeah,
And they just meet each other and pretty much instantly fall in love.
pretty much. They do crash in a plane together
Yeah.
and
he holds her.
Flash was piloting it
Yeah.
because the pilots suddenly disappeared. What happened to those pilots?
They
Did jump out.
I think you looked away or something. But
I looked away. I don't know, looking at my phone or something for something. I might have gotten a message.
they got pulled through the windscreen.
How? They were flying a plane.
Natural disasters. Man. Whirlwinds, tornadoes, all that.
Anyway, it was a ridiculous movie. Anyway, so they get abducted by the scientist, who isn't actually all that bad. Isn't that evil anyway? But he seems evil at the beginning.
Real weird.
And they're flying up into space to try and meet these aliens to stop them from destroying the world.
Yeah.
And they end up getting sucked through this big
Wormhole?
Yeah, it's like some weird big spacey thing.
Something that brings them to the planet of...
Not a black hole. It didn't look like
it was like a portal to...
Yeah, and that brings them to this new, galaxy realm thing with all these, weird planets that are all close together. I don't know.
Mongo.
Is it the whole place?
It's the whole place, all the planets.
I don't know.
Mongo.
There were, heaps of moons and different planets, and none of them seem very big.
I think it was there's one planet ruled by Ming.
Yeah.
And then there's heaps of moons. And each of the moons have a separate ruler.
But I'm pretty sure they flew past the planet before and they were like, what's that? And it was like a bunch of rocks floating in the sky and they were like, that was this planet.
I think it's moons.
Okay.
But they look just like rocks.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Weird. But yeah, pretty much Flash goes there with the scientist and his love interest, travel agent girl. And they end up trying to unite all the different moons to fight back against Ming the Merciless, who's this evil dude. Teams up with a couple of the princes. Ming's daughter uses his football skills to become the savior of the universe, really.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
And then it's quite anticlimactic. I mean...
The ending.
Yeah, we won't spoil it, but...
Yeah. Well, it wasn't... I think it was a pretty...
You thought it was good?
Pretty good ending.
I liked it. He jumps up and says, "Yay!" And then it freeze frames, and then that's the end.
That's not the end, is it?
Oh, then there's that little,
The bit where they were discussing...
little teaser.
No, there's that bit where they were discussing what they were going to do.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
If they're going to stay there.
They'll stay there or...
Yeah.
And then they were just like... The lady who... I can't remember her name anyway, but she was like... She was like, I'm a New York...
I'm a New York
girl or something. Or whatever. This place is too dull for me.
Yeah.
It's like... I don't know. It's just really like... it was
funny. I really loved it,
ending.
though. I don't know if I unironically liked it, but it was just I really liked it. Just the world building and the random planets and races. We have to talk about the Lizardmen.
Oh my goodness.
Just this random race that keeps popping up on all the planets and moons they travel to. It's really people in lizard costumes, and they've got lizard mouths. Then they've got a face inside the lizard mouth.
They literally look like little, they're just people in a lizard suit, so they're meant to look like lizard people. But then everything sort of just looks like that, except for they don't have any eyes, external eyes, do they?
No.
Their face is literally inside the lizard mouth, and it's just obviously whoever's wearing the suit, it's that person's face and little eye cutouts.
And their mouth.
And a mouth cutout. It's so weird.
But they just kept showing up.
It's so funny, the characters.
Just have a random scene, and then next thing it was just cut to a close-up of this lizard man nearby, just opening and closing his mouth and staring.
Yeah.
It was so good.
They're always in prison.
Yeah.
It's like the first one you saw is trying to escape from the Emperor, and he gets zapped. And then it was really random. They're just walking down a hallway, And then this lizard runs out from behind them, and they're just like,
"Stop the lizard man!" He gets destroyed.
yeah.
Then they're all caged up or being used as slaves, or like
later on they were in a prison, and then they were later on again there was one in this cage that was being put into the swamp.
They got it bad, man. That was so good. They're like my favorite part of the movie. I don't know why.
I don't think I ever saw any of them free, just walking around.
When did they have a moon?
I don't know.
It was, honestly, I loved it. I'd highly recommend it. I reckon you should give it a go. Especially for those sci-fis or world building. Just, I don't know, comedy.
It was definitely, it was bad, like it was done badly on purpose.
Watch it with some friends.
It was funny, but also at the same time, looking at it, it is kind of interesting world building that they did, and I can see, like,
yeah,
I don't know, I feel like it would be possible to do, maybe not the story of Flash, but the world. You could possibly do something in it that isn't camp and could be half decent, but I don't know why you'd want to, really. I don't know.
It's funny because
I don't know. I mean, you could want to, but like, I feel like it might just ruin Flash if someone tried to. But I get what you're meaning. It is a pretty interesting world building.
There's a lot of monsters and everything into different communities. But Rhys said it as one of his like trivia questions. Rhys Darby said it on the night, but it was that pretty much all the other actors all the other actors and actresses except the main guy, Flash, were all like Shakespearean actors, and they're all like very popular.
Yeah.
We've got Ming the Merciless is played by the priest and the exorcist.
We don't know his name.
I think I forget his real life name. I think it's Max von Snow or something. I probably got that completely wrong. And then Timothy Dalton, one of the James Bonds, plays like a prince of one of the moons. He's real charismatic. And then there's Flash Gordon, who we learned on the night. The creator of Flash Gordon's mother-in-law was watching a dating show and saw a guy on it and pointed it out to the creator of Flash Gordon, and they ended up getting him to play Flash, and it was just because of his good looks and just his charisma.
Yeah.
I guess how built he was. But he couldn't act at all. They just got him to head up this sci-fi movie.
I think that kind of made it a lot better, though, to be honest.
It does, yeah.
Because it's like everyone else in the world, they actually were good actors, and I don't know, it just made it a lot better, I reckon, when it was like everyone else is like super serious and good at acting, and then there's this one guy who's just, I don't know, he's just completely terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes it. I don't know. It adds something to it.
Yeah.
I can't properly like explain, but definitely.
I mean, there's so many scenes where you'd be having like a serious conversation between the bad guys.
Yeah.
Then the soundtrack queen would say Flash, and just cut to whatever Flash is doing, and he's just like doing something crazy, or just like smiling, or zoomed up on his face.
Yeah.
It's just, it was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was a good night.
It was.
Even though it was really long, it was. I'm glad we went. I'm glad we met Rhys Darby. Had your fanboy moment.
Yep.
And Flash Gordon was good.
Yeah.
Really good. I need to watch it again.
I don't know if I need to.
You're never gonna watch Flash Gordon again. You're done.
I might watch it again one day, but I don't think I need to. What else? Anything else? What's happening in your life?
Well, I guess we do another podcast called Casual RP, which is we play Dungeons and Dragons usually.
Yeah.
But we've been playing a vampire-themed one called Blood Chalice recently, called Vampire the Masquerade. We're playing Vampire the Masquerade, and it's about a quest of vampires trying to find the Holy Grail. And just for something fun, while we're doing that podcast, I decided to watch a lot of old vampire movies.
Yeah.
So I've been watching through this last week. You probably would have never heard of them, but the Hammer Horrors.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, it's just a Hammer Film Productions.
Yeah.
Back in like 50s, 60s, 70s, made a whole lot of like Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman reboots.
Yeah.
And they all starred the same actors. So there's, I forget his name now, but he plays Moff Tarkin in Star Wars. I should know his name. Peter Cushing, I think it is. He plays Moff Tarkin in Star Wars, and he's he's playing like Van Helsing and all these Dracula ones I've been watching, but he plays Frankenstein. And then you've also got Christopher Lee, who plays Saruman in Lord of the Rings, or Count Dooku in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And he's always in it as well, playing Frankenstein's monster or playing Dracula himself. So it's been real cool. I've been watching through those. I watched Dracula, Brides of Dracula, Dracula Prince of Darkness. Real old school.
Yeah.
But I really like it. I think it's my type of horror. Just like old gothic.
Yeah.
Real, just like heaps of talking. But some real good like practical effects scenes and classic vampire stuff. So that's how I spent my last week. I had some free time watching through those. I'm going to watch through the rest of them. That's what I've been doing in my spare time. What game have you been playing this week?
I don't think I've really been playing anything this week. It's been a pretty busy week.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like there must be something.
Been playing much Stardew Valley?
No.
Have we talked about that on this podcast?
I think so. I think we mentioned it. Yeah.
We've got it on our
Pretty sure we did.
Nintendo Switches.
I haven't really been playing anything this week. It really sucks. It's just been busy each night.
Yeah.
I think we've been away out doing stuff.
You guys had your wedding anniversary, 2 years?
Yeah.
I got it completely wrong multiple times.
Is that before or after our last podcast?
Might have been after. Might have been before. I can't remember. You're making me question my sanity now. You had that last weekend anyway?
Yes, I'm losing track of time.
That's
like,
crazy.
Really bad. Starting to sound crazy.
I need to apologise because I got your. It was the worst thing. I thought because you guys went away when it wasn't your 2-year wedding anniversary.
Yeah, we went away for the weekend, and the day after we got back was our anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh no, the day we got back actually, I think we left in the morning.
Yeah.
To come back home because we went away out to a batch. Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah.
And I texted you while you were out there and said happy anniversary.
I think you texted us before we left.
Oh, probably. I just got it wrong multiple times, and I remember calling you up on your actual anniversary and asking if you wanted to play games that night or something. I'm the worst.
No, it was fine. We were
next year I'll get it right.
We didn't have that much planned for our actual anniversary day. I think we were just it's more just the whole weekend.
Yeah. It's just I can't believe it's been 2 years. And I can't believe it's a year for me next week as well. It's like
that's crazy.
I'm
gonna send you a text on the wrong day.
On the wrong multiple times, then call me up and
you didn't do it multiple times, did you? I thought you only did it once.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Time flies.
Yeah.
And we're actually talking about games. We're actually going to play the Monster Hunter demo after this. We're going to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter comes out next weekend, the next game.
When next week?
I think it's Saturday or Sunday. Oh no, it might be the week after. 2 weeks.
I'm pretty sure it's next week sometime. I didn't think it was 2 weeks away.
Oh, well, it's coming out real quick anyway.
I thought it was like midweek.
Might be. But we've got the demo. We're going to play that. That should be fun. Yeah. I think that's us, guys.
Next time.
Yeah. It's all Monster Hunter.
Also, you have to watch When Marnie Was There.
Yep, I have to watch some Studio Ghibli.
Was there or was here? I don't know.
When Marnie was there. You ever started using Letterboxd?
When Marnie is there.
A bit, which is good.
A little bit.
Good reviews
I've done like 2 or 3.
Yeah. And then, what else? You're reading The Fifth Night. That would be cool.
And I'm reading When Marnie Is There as well.
Nice. We're gonna do that reading. We're gonna do a reading episode. We've been talking about it. We might bring the D20 back, but we might also, just for a little while at least, just do random topics because it seems like even though our weeks are super busy, we're still doing a few things together or have a few things to talk about.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
But just like always, if you have any suggestions, let us know. We'll talk about anything and everything you want us to talk about.
Well, not really.
Do we have some things we stay away from? Not doing another Star Trek Stargate one. That's not.
We're talking. We want to talk about basically hobbies and fan.
We're really into
geeky stuff.
Really into politics. We'll do some political.
No.
Or bathrooms.
Bathrooms. We can talk about bathrooms.
Do a review. But yeah, there we go.
Let us know. We can come review your bathroom.
Yeah. Is that us?
I think so.
There we go. We'll catch you guys next episode.
Sweet.